Well, good morning, team, for taking the time in our first week as official company. And from an idea that we discussed in coffee shop 6 months ago, officially, CitarasaLokal is now a legal entity. Can we clap hand for everyone?
And with the seed funding we've received, we need to set a clear direction soon.
Based on our initial research, there is a big gap in the market for traditional culinary products with export standards, especially with the rising trend of authentic food in the global market.
But keep in mind that our capital is limited and investors expect a clear roadmap. We need to develop a VMTS that is not only ambitious but also measurable.
Exactly. I agree. As a startup, we need a vision, a mission, and we have to identify our threat and make some strategy that can serve as a compass as well as a communication tool with our investor, partners, and then the team that will join us later. From the initial discussions with the community, what do you see?
The response was amazing too. Of the 30 UMKMs we approached, there is 28 were very exciting to joining. They have a quality product but are constrained by market access and export knowledge.
And in terms of product, I've identified at least 40 types of traditional food that have potential for the international market with a few adjustments to packaging and hygiene standards.
Okay, that's a good information. Let's start from the fundamental of our vision. What exactly do we want to build and achieve with our company, CitarasaLokal? What is it?
I feel this vision is too narrow. We're already moving beyond Indonesia. How about to become a global distribution company of traditional Indonesian food?
Too ambitious and not measurable. What is global? 5 countries? 50 countries? We need to be specific.
The vision should be aspirational. We're building a shared dream, not just a quarterly target.
What if we find a middle ground? Maybe focus on the value we bring to the global market?
I agree with Iffah. We're just not selling food but bringing the value of local wisdom and empowering UMKMs.
What about the sustainability aspect? For our ESG is already a differentiator within the market.
Okay, I heard some keyword. There is global, local wisdom, sustainability, and empowerment. Let's organize them together, okay?
I still think without a clear global ambition, we'll keep playing in our comfort zone.
And without financial realism, global ambition is just an empty dream.
Wait. We all want the same thing, company progress. It's just our approach that is different. What if we look in the mission first? Maybe by clarifying the mission, our vision will be easier to form. Okay?
Based on our latest market research, consumers really appreciate the story behind our products. They bought not only for the taste but also for the value of and social impact.
That's the important point. Our mission should reflect how we empower the community, especially farmers and UMKMs.
And don't forget the financial sustainability aspect. We need to be profitable to have a sustainable impact.
What about the mission that mentions collaboration with the diaspora? They're our bridge to the global market.
These are all good points. Let's try to formulate a mission based on these 4 pillars. So, as I've heard, there is community empowerment, there's authentic product quality, global market expansion, and also business sustainability. Okay? First mission, empowering farmers, local producers, and UMKM through training support, access to capital, and national and international distribution channels.
It's like that. It's straight to the point and reflect our commitment.
Okay.
For the second mission, what about the focus on product quality and authenticity?
For the second missions, developing local wisdom-based food products with hygienic processing, modern packaging, and export standard quality certification. How about that?
Perfect. This is aligned with the operational process we are improving.
Okay.
And the third mission could be expanding our market.
Okay, well, what about connecting global markets with Indonesian cuisine through the utilization of digital technology, diaspora cooperation, and cultural campaigns?
And finally, how about the sustainability?
I think the big catalyst for social, economic, and environmental change through inclusive and impact-oriented business. How about that?
Wait, with such a comprehensive mission, it feels like we're not just a food distributor anymore. We're more like a social business ecosystem.
Iffah is right. Our identity is no broader than just a distributor.
But aren't we losing focus? All this requires a lot of resources.
This is precisely an opportunity for rebranding. We can position CitarasaLokal as a platform that connects, not just a company that distributes.
I agree with Qonita. It is the natural evolution of our business.
It's a fundamental identity question. What is really at the heart of CitarasaLokal?
The bridge. We are the bridge between tradition and modernity, between local and global, between small producers and big markets.
The bridge, yes, that's a strong resonance. To be a global pioneer in sustainable, authentic, and community-based distribution of traditional Indonesian food.
That is a vision that incorporates global aspiration but stay true to our identity.
Yeah, I can accept this. Aspirational, but also quite focused.
Okay.
It can be justified from a business perspective, but I agree.
With the mission and four missions that we agreed upon, we now need to develop unaligned goals. Ideally, each mission should have a measurable objective using the SMART principle. There's a specific, measurable, achievable, and also relevant and time-bound.
I agree. We can still use the 1-3-5-year framework, but make sure our goals reflect all four missions equally.
Okay, let's start with the first missions about empowering farmers, producers, and UMKM. What objectives are relevant, guys?
For the first mission, I propose fostering at least 50 traditional culinary UMKMs with a comprehensive mentoring program including production, standardization, digital literacy, and access to capital by the end of 2026.
Okay, good. Specific, measurables with 50 UMKMs, achievable within the period, very relevant to the empowerment missions, and time-bound until the end of 2026, okay?
And for the second mission on local wisdom-based products development, I propose develop a minimum of 75 traditional food products that have halal certification, BPOM, and export food safety standard, with a minimum of 30% using raw materials from local farmers certificated or organic by Q4 20 and 26.
Okay, very good. It reflects the aspect of quality, authenticity, and sustainable all at once. And for the third mission?
For the third mission, about connecting the global market with Indonesian cuisine, the goal could be market CitarasaLokal products to a minimum of 5 strategic countries, including Singapore, Malaysia, Japan, UAE, and Netherlands, with 150% year-on-year export sales growth, and establish a distribution network to a minimum of 20 diaspora partners by the end of 2027.
Okay, perfect. It clearly defines the target market and sets measurable growth metrics. What about the fourth mission?
Oh, and the fourth mission as a catalyst for social, economic, and environmental change, I propose create measurable economic impact with an average 60% increase in income for partner UMKMs, implement environmentally friendly business practices that reduce carbon footprint 40%, and channel 10% of profit to community empowerment programs by the end of 2026.
Okay, that's awesome. With these four goals, we have the perfect alignment with our four missions. Each goal has a clear, measurable, and a realistic indicator of success. Now, let's come up with a strategy to achieve each of these goals.
For the first goal of empowering 50 UMKM, the strategy is Citarasa Academy, an integrated training program with a tiered curriculum and one-on-one mentoring.
And we need a partnership with microfinance institution and angel investor for innovation capital solution for UMKMs.
For the second objective on developing 75 products, the strategy is to establish an innovation lab that focus on preserving traditional recipe while adapting modern food safety standards.
Plus, building a sustainable supply chain with farmer cooperative to guarantee that the supply of quality raw materials.
Then for the third goal on global markets, the strategies includes B2B digital, platform for international buyers and a diaspora ambassador, program that recruits and empowers Indonesian diaspora as distributors.
Also, active participation in international trade shows and world culinary festival to build brand awareness.
And for the fourth objective on impact, the strategy include an impact monitoring system with an app that allow UMKMs to track their revenue growth.
Plus carbon certification and recycled packaging programs for the environmental aspect.
Okay, perfect. That's with all our 4 goals aligned with our missions and measurable strategy for each. Now we have a comprehensive roadmap for CitarasaLokal, our company. Okay, awesome team. We've only been an official company for a week, but we already have a very solid and structured vision, mission, goals, and strategy.
From an idea to a company with a clear direction, this is a big step for all of us.
I agree.
Yeah, what I like is that every part of our VNGS is connected. Our vision is reflected in 4 missions, and each mission has one clearly measurable goal.
Yes, and most importantly, all our goals are smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and have a clear time frame. This will make our investors confident in our roadmap.
I really appreciate how our goals not only focus on the business aspect but also have a measurable social and environmental impact.
Yes, when we start the discussion today, I didn't think we could achieve such alignment.
Okay, but first let's recap our VMGS as a new company. The first one is our vision we have discussed is to be the global pioneer in sustainable, authentic, and community-based distribution of traditional Indonesian food. And for our missions, there are 4: empowering farmers, local producer, and MSMEs, UMKM, through training support, access to capital, and also distribution channels. And also the second one is to develop a local wisdom-based food products with export standards. The third one is connecting the global market with Indonesian cuisine through digital technology and strategic partnership. And the last one is catalyzing social, economic, and environmental change through inclusive business. That's for our mission, and for our goals we have discussed before. It's foster a minimum 50 traditional culinary UMKMs with a pretty comprehensive mentoring program, including the production standardization, digital literacy, and access to the capital by the end of 2026. And second one is to develop at least 75 traditional food products that have halal, BPOM, and export food safety standards certification, with at least 30% of using raw materials from our local farmers, certified as organic by the end of 2026. And the third one is market CitarasaLokal products to at least 5 strategic countries that we have discussed before: Singapore, there's Malaysia, there's Japan, there's United Arab Emirates, and the Netherlands, with 150% year-on-year export sales growth, and establish a distribution network through minimum of 20 diaspora partners by the end of 2027. The last one is to create a measurable economic impact with an average of 60% increase in income for partner UMKMs, implement environmentally friendly business practice that reduce the footprint by 40%, and also channel 10% of our profits to community empowerment programs by the end of 2026. This is not just a business plan. This is our roadmap of a change that we will realize together, with a perfect alignment from vision to strategy.
And with a quarterly monitoring system, we'll make sure every goal is achieved according to the timeline.
I'm already envisioning our pitch deck with this VMGS. Our investor will see our consistency and clarity of direction.
And most importantly, each goal is financially accountable, has a measurable impact, and supports sustainable growth.
And the UMKM community will feel that they are truly part of our journey because our goals are clearly in favor of their empowerment.
And through these quality products, we are truly bringing Indonesia to the global stage in a definite way.
Let's make CitarasaLokal not only just a business success, but also socially and environmentally meaningful. Let's close our laptop, everybody. And hands in the center, please. For Indonesian cuisine,
For Kohunussa.